You need failure. You need failure if you ever want to succeed. The reason why is because if you don't fail, if you don't make mistakes, you are incapable of learning anything. So failure is like the building block. It's like one of the building blocks to getting to success at some point in your life. And failure is a good thing just about every aspect. Um like today, I had a state test that I had to take, and I was hoping that I would have passed, but I didn't. I failed within like 6% of the passing score, so that sucks ass. But the point is, though, is that I have two choices. I can either one, mess up this one time and then completely give up and just be done with it, or I can look at my mistakes, see what I did wrong, study that, understand the material even more, and then on my next try my hardest and hopefully pass. And even if I don't pass, just keep going until I pass the state test, you know what I'm saying? And it really does suck, and the reason why I'm saying this because I'm not gonna lie, when I've seen the score and I seen that I failed, it was kind of a little bit devastating, I'm not gonna lie, because I was just really hoping that I would have passed, and I didn't. And I know a lot of people, the moment they failed, are already done, they've given up, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want you to be that person either. So you have to look at failure through a different perspective. If I looked at it in the perspective that I did when I initially seen my score, I wouldn't get far in anywhere in life. Just because you get so devastated that it encourages you to give up on yourself and whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. So you mess up and you have this initial reaction and you have a choice on whether you want to keep it or you want to leave it and just move on and grow from it. Everybody's going to get that initial reaction when they see that they messed up or they failed, they had a mistake. There's like playbacks that will go through your head on, oh, is this for me? Is this not? I can't believe I failed. This is a mistake. Maybe I should give up. That's an initial thought, but you can either choose to understand that just because you messed up does not mean that, you're a failure at life or that whatever this thing that you're pursuing isn't for you. It just means that you have to learn from it. Learning from it is what makes you become the best, helps you become the most successful. So don't get discouraged from failure. Learn to own it and learn to grow from it. If all you do every time you fail is just give up on whatever it is that you're doing, how do you expect to be successful in anything? You have to be able to learn at some point. And this stuff, everybody said it 100,000 times. Like millions and millions and millions of times everybody says, yes, you need to fail. I understand that. But what I'm saying is you really have to believe that, though. Because that's the problem. Everybody can sit here and tell you that failure is a good thing and that failure will lead to your success. And you'll be like, yeah, that's good and all. But if you don't actually believe it, what you're going to do is you're going to have that initial reaction when you fail. You're going to think to yourself, this isn't for me. I should just give up. And you're going to run with it. And then you will give up. And then who knows what your life will look like a year or so after that. But what would happen if you were just stuck with the thing that you failed on? What would have happened? Your life could have been completely different. Like if I was just to fail this state test and then just give up on it and then never even try again, I'm just giving up on myself because I messed up one time. I failed one time. And this state test can give me a lot of opportunity in the things that I want to pursue career-wise, right? So I can choose to fail the test, not try again, go back to my old ways and be done with it. Or I can fail my test, study some more, take it again, hopefully pass. And even if I don't pass, I'll do better the third time or whatever. I'll keep going until I completely pass that test and be done with it. But no matter what it is that you are pursuing, you can't just give up because you failed one time. Who cares? the whole thing about being a person. Nobody that has ever lived was perfect. You know, no human was ever perfect and never made a mistake and never failed. All your super successful entrepreneurs and all that, they failed numerous times. You know, they made investments that they lost money. They made they took risks where they could have lost everything, you know, and some of them probably did. And you're upset because you made one simple mistake because you missed a question on a test or some shit. You know, it's really not that deep. It's not that serious. Just because you failed doesn't mean that it's just over and that you should just give up right then and there. You have to keep going. You have to give it a fair shot. And there are things that aren't meant for everybody. That is a truth. That is a truth. But you can't dictate that off of one failure that you made. Especially in the beginning. Like, I'm getting into this thing. I just took a first state test and I failed and it was only by 6%. So if I study more, take it again, I should be able to pass. I don't want to jinx it, but you know, you just can't give up because of one failure. Whether you're in a sport, something didn't go your way, whether you're studying for something or you're trying to get a license of some sort, are you just going to give up and be done with it? No. So that's the thing. You have to keep going. No matter what. You have to really see the opportunity that you're getting out of this thing that you're doing and ask yourself if all the failure and everything is going to be worth it. The thing that you want to be rich or whatever, okay, is all the failing, is all the risk, is all that going to be worth it or not? Some people would probably say no, but if you think yes, then you have to live by what you are thinking and believing. You have to live that life. If you really think that the failure and all that is worth it, then you need to live like it is. You have to be able to fail and not stop failing. You're gonna fail, you're gonna learn new things, you're gonna get better at this thing, and then you're gonna fail at this thing, and then that you're gonna get better at that thing, and then you're gonna fail at this other thing, and it's gonna be a whole cycle for the rest of your life. You just have to get used to failing because that failure will lead to success at some point. I can't give you a timestamp. I can't say, oh yeah, within a month you're gonna succeed. Within a year you're gonna succeed. Within 2-3 years you're gonna succeed. I can't give you a timestamp. It's different for everyone. Some people pick up things in a day. Some people pick up things in a year. Some people pick up things in 5 years. I mean, it's different for everyone. But you can't, like I said, you cannot let these failures ruin you. You know? It'd be like you posting a video on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, and it gets 1 view, and then you just give up. The amount of people that blow up on the first video they ever post is so low. So you can't just give up because 1 video did bad. So that goes with anything in your life. You did one thing for the first time and then, yeah, you failed. That's the whole point. You're gonna suck. If you want to go get your driver's license, when you first drive, you're gonna be scared of the road. You're gonna be terrified of even pushing on the gas pedal, but then guess what? After a year of driving, it's like clockwork. It's easy. So that's the thing. You have to look at it that way. It's hard now, but give it some time, put some effort in, really, really try, and then see where you're at afterwards. I genuinely think that you'll realize just how dumb it is that you feel like giving up now. If you put yourself in the future a year from now and look, and you're still doing the same thing, right? You look back at what you're acting like now because you made a mistake. You are gonna think that you are dumb. You're gonna think that you made a dumb decision. You should have never thought that way, you know, whatever, because now you got it down. It's like when I got my first job, and mine was in fast food. I walked in and I was nervous as shit, and it's a simple fast food job. And I had no idea what to do. Why? Because it was my first job. Even though it was simple, I thought that, oh, maybe I can't do this. And then guess what? After a week of doing it, I was like, oh, this is easy. So that goes with a lot of things in life. Some are super simple and you make it over complicated in the beginning, and some are over complicated in the beginning and they become very simple. I mean, it's all different, but the main point is you cannot let a simple failure or a simple mistake lead to just overall just giving up on it entirely. You can't do that to yourself. You have to give yourself some credit. You have to give yourself some type of leeway, especially when you're learning new things. Like for me, everyone is like you are going to be your harshest critic. That's a fact. I am my harshest critic. In my head, I think I should have passed that exam first try, but I didn't. And my initial thought was maybe this isn't for me. But it only lasted like 2 seconds, because then I realized that's stupid. I was 6% off. If I just study a little bit more, I'll pass. So you just got to look at it through that lens. So don't give up. Just because you failed, you made a mistake. Who cares? You got tomorrow. You'll be fine. And then before you know it, when you're doing this thing for so long, you'll look back and you'll be like, man, I can't even believe I thought that this wasn't for me, or I can't believe I was going to give up when I'm in this position right now. It's going to happen for you, I think, as long as you stick with it. Just don't give up. Don't give up just because you failed, you made a mistake. Like I said, who cares? It's life. You just got to look at failure for what it is and learn from it. Don't be that person that constantly fails and then just does the same thing over and over and over and over again. They make the same mistakes. They fail the same every single time because they don't view why they're failing. They don't care to think about it. They just keep doing it, and then those people will end up giving up because they're seeing the same results because they're doing nothing differently. They failed and they didn't learn from it. You're defeating the purpose of failure. So don't give up. Stay true to yourself and just do your thing. And then no matter what it is, understand that mistakes and failure, it's all a part of the game. It's like a test. It's to test to see if you're really worth it for whatever this is. So are you going to give up because you made a mistake? Are you going to give up because you failed once? That's up to you to decide. But your future is pretty much relying on it. So that's really it. Don't stop failing. And as always, life isn't too short to make a change.